the impression that the shows are fantastic when they're not. You're enabling them. Don't do that. The Salamonster sounds off. Since 2007, bringing you the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Oh,
Weekly live stream, bonus content for subscribers, and follow the Salamonster on Facebook, Instagram, and X. The Salamonster. I love you so much.
Give me there and I'll make a financial
The youngest
contribution to your
killers in
cause.
Irish history
They got
are
it blocked,
so young
but I bet
that
we
they
can
went
bust
to
through the
their
gate.
first trial.
What about the train tunnel? Your tunnel?
But when you hear the crimes that they were convicted of, you'll understand why their identities are protected for the rest of their lives.
Begging your pardon, motherfuckers.
Hello and welcome to Outlaw Podcast. I'm Helen O'Neill, and today we're serving you a true crime case from New Orleans. This episode was originally posted to my YouTube channel years ago before we existed as Outlaw Podcast, but I think it's time we added to the Outlaw Podcast. So now I will hand back to me.
You can't kill me. I am the cockroach. King cockroach.
Enzo, I mean absolutely no disrespect to anyone that I talk
Oh,
about.
come on.
This video is for educational purposes, and everything that I'm about to say is just information that I have found on the internet and I'm compiling into one video. There's a few content warnings as always with these videos, so if any of the following things that I'm about to say are things that you don't watch right now, I completely understand. They are very heavy topics and you need to look after yourself. So click out of this video if you can't watch. I'll probably come back again at some point, I'm sure. I mean, please do come back, I want to see you again. But the themes for this video are as follows.
Residents of Brighton City schedule enhanced possibilities given methods and choice.
Coming through. Fuck you goddamn cockroaches.
Transportation.
I think I just messed myself.
Get a high-quality wash in just minutes. Use the same Autobell car wash quality, just faster. Which means your coffee stays hot, the kids stay bundled, and you stay safe. The Autobell quality only $14. Our fastest wash, the same Autobell quality. Find your nearest location using the Autobell app. Research shows a high rate of podcast listeners who made a purchase as a result of
God damn.
podcast. Visit podbean.com/partners to launch a cost-effective podcast advertising campaign. That's
All units, suspect confirmed armed and dangerous. Approach with extreme caution. Yeah, we need police down here, quick! All units, suspect confirmed armed and dangerous. Approach with extreme caution.
Where am I dropping? I got this girl, Henrietta. Shacks up at the Carousel Hotel in the Hollow. Smart as a fucking whip. I left a fucking bag with her. Should have all I need to get by. Two's in a bucket. So yeah, me and Sammy back in the day, we had these two knockouts. And we was drinking, partying, having the time of our lives. This was 1942. No, 43. You must have been about the age you are now. And the girl with your old man, she starts getting into the making out. But she got a problem. Sammy's passed out cold. Oh yeah, he was drunk off his ass. But this girl was into him, so she gives him the benefit of the doubt. Keeps trying, smacks him a bit, wakes him up. But every time she starts getting into it, Sammy drops. Poor bastard couldn't stay awake to save his fucking life. Finally, she's had enough and storms out of there, cursing the goddamn blue streaks. And do you know who that woman was? Perla. Jesus Christ, man. Perla didn't move to New Bordeaux until 44. I'll show you who it was. I got the photo right here.
You just got a 60-minute match.
She was passing through on her way to Hollywood. But it all worked out, didn't it? Sammy wound up with Perla, the love of his life.
I mean, it looked great going in.
God damn, I miss those days. Fucking Sal. You know Sammy was proud as hell of you, right? Not just for the wartime shit, but for the way you fought through life before you came to him. How you watched over Ellis, and how you helped with Perla when she was sick. He admired you, and don't you ever forget it. Fucking Sal ain't half the man Sammy was.
I mean, let's be realistic. Look for percentage of matches. If I had to guess that, I would say somewhere around less than 2%. Just to add to that, I'm not going to tell you what I was going to say. 5 matches in AEW history, but 2 of them have been grinded. And that's what I mean. Out of how many matches? 2.5 years. I mean, everything is
1150. New Bordeaux.
And we gotta deal with how many was there? 5 time limit draws in 2.5 years of AEW. That's
You said you called me about a quarter to 10.
I mean, this is just insane people that I don't see complaining. I mean, it seems like I'm the only one spearheading on Monday and Friday championship contender match. I mean, in this match, anything tonight, it's the fact that you got 2 of the best pro wrestlers on the planet wrestling in a 60-minute match. The AEW title is the most prestigious title in the entire industry. Bryan Danielson, I think everybody kind of knows he's one of the best of all time. And I think that, I don't know who will. And then the fact that we are looking at a situation where, bottom line is, wins and losses don't matter, momentum does matter. A character on TV or pro wrestler you see on television, it might not be people, but to me it's detrimental to somebody's momentum and build. You can't have champions losing non-title matches. You can't have guys like Bryan Danielson who are treated special and for a bigger deal somewhere down the line. You know, I'm making less Bryan. Why would you ever go into a match like this and just
I think I just missed myself.
Winners of one match. I didn't know you guys missed this picture that much. I mean, this is Monday night.
No, we didn't. I gotta stand up to the truck. Gotta get the truck clean now. Ah, shit.
Everybody's gonna sit down and jump for joy and cheer and work out what's happening. But then I understand. But at the end of the day, this is not the kind of match back in the same ball. That's bullshit because
This is good right here.
you stand up and you gotta stand up and give these guys a round of applause for the 60 minutes.
Sorry again about what happened to Sammy and Ellis.
On
Appreciate
TV.
it.
And appreciate what they did, and just we know that it's a free match on TV, it's not a pay-per-view. And Jesse, if it was so long and 60 minutes was so long to these people, why did everybody in Garland, Texas chant 5 more minutes? It was so terrible. 5 more minutes. The match was long, there's no disputing that, but it's not about if the match is long, it's bad. It's about if it's a long match, it better be an entertaining match. Now, any of these people are gonna say that the match was long and unentertaining? Yeah. Because that's an argument I'll be willing to hear. And if they try to say that, I'll call them an idiot.
There you are, lad. Looking forward to seeing where this shite goes.
Get that trash out.
This is our first step toward breaking Marcano and taking over the city.
no
I
complaints.
hear what y'all got to say, but I
What
decide
is-
who gets
what
the
is the
turf.
thing
And
that
in the
I
end, my
say
decision
in
is
the
final.
intro
Your decision.
show?
Listen here. You put my man on the front line and lock him down to action. I consider
Brian
your
Danielson
decision fucking
and,
made.
what are you
Ain't
drinking?
nothing to discuss.
Brian Danielson
That
cannot
ain't
lose,
exactly
okay?
true.
Adam
Because
Hangman
doling
Page
out pieces of the city is a
cannot
hell of a lot
lose.
bigger deal than
This
having a
is not
couple of
WWE,
meatheads lock down some
okay?
action.
Your
All I'm
world
saying.
champion is not gonna
First,
lose
I'm
his
hearing
first
of any
title
action in this
match
part of the
after
city, which
winning
is
it from
fine,
Kenny
but it
Omega a
don't
month
change
ago
my
and not
stance
having
that
a
this
match
turf
in
ought to come to me.
Okay, number one, Brian Danielson. I don't know if you guys realize this, but Brian Danielson is special. This is not Brian Danielson in WWE. Okay, Tony Khan appreciates what this man is bringing to the table, and there are long-term plans for Brian Danielson. That's why he's undefeated right now, and the only man in AEW history to have 2 time limit draws, and rightfully so. And the thing with all of this, Jesse, is long-term booking comes into play, and we're either getting this match one of 2 places: Battle of the Belts, the rematch, or Revolution. It may be Battle of the Belts because it's actually I don't know. From what I read, that Battle of the Belts is going to be 1 hour. So I mean, if it goes on that show, I don't know if it's going to be as good as it was tonight. Maybe they save it for the pay-per-view, but it's going to be one of those 2 shows. But at the end of the day, it's long-term booking, and whatever they did tonight was pretty much the coming attraction. It's going to get everybody involved to watch that match again. Whoever watched this match tonight is going to pay front row seats to watch these 2 guys go at it again. It is long-term booking at the end of the day.
Right. Everybody needs to kind of look at it like this. How often do we see rematches in WWE? Every week. Now, how many times of these rematches? Now, here's the legitimate question. Just trolling on that. First question. Here's the real question. Out of those rematches, how many times have we sat at home and said, why are they having a rematch? Let me rephrase that. How do they earn a rematch? How do they get this match again? How are they
You
getting
trusted
another
me this
title
far,
match? It
Lincoln?
doesn't make any sense. They
No
lost
sense
3
changing
times
course
in a row.
now.
They get another title match.
There's only one
We're
smart
gonna get a
play here,
rematch for
partner.
Page and Brian, but it's legitimate. There's a reason for it because there was a
We got a
draw.
long
There
road
was no
ahead of
winner,
us.
there was no
Don't make the
fucking
wrong first
finish.
step, lad.
We just had 2 wrestlers on their best day, and it was a draw. So we'll redo it. So when you want to ask the question,
We
why
talk-
does
You
Brian
know
get
I
another
can
match?
handle this.
Because
Ain't had
there
a
was
lot of
no
people
winner,
stand by
and
me
there was
through it
no
all.
loser. So they're gonna
Joe
do
was
it
one
again
of a
and try to
kind.
come to a definitive winner or loser. So there was a
I'm here
legitimate
as long as
call
it takes, brother.
for a rematch now.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel, a lot of people don't appreciate the time limit draw. I feel like people don't appreciate the gimmick
Come
that
on,
is the
kid,
time
where you
limit,
going
a
with
30-minute
this?
time limit, even a 15-minute time limit. Whatever. Time limits in matches, to me, I feel like have a place in professional wrestling, and I do think that WWE could utilize something
You and
like
me,
that.
we have an
So
understanding,
where
right?
their talent and their champions or their contenders maintain momentum, maintain
Gonna
that
need Vito to run
consistency,
this turf.
and look
You
strong.
got a funny goddamn definition
Moving
of
on forward
loyalty.
in whatever
Maybe
storylines
I'll
or
keep that
stories
in
they're
mind
telling
next
on
time you
TV.
come calling,
We're
asking
watching
for
a real
help.
professional wrestling
About
show
fucking
where,
time. Always
it's
knew you had a
really
good head
what it
on your
should be.
shoulders.
Wins and losses
Is this
do matter.
over?
Yes,
'Cause I
it's a
really need to
scripted
go drop a
program.
load
Yes,
in the bog.
the outcomes are
We're done for
predetermined.
now.
But
You'll
putting
hear from
that
me if I
aside,
need you.
I want people on my TV to matter, and when people matter on my TV, and when Tony Khan handles his talent the way he does, it makes you more inclined to have interest in the match and want to watch the match. How many matches on WWE TV can you genuinely say are interesting or you have interest in? Look at what we got on Monday night. Every single fucking babyface.
Yeah, that's what I
lost
thought.
on
What a
Monday
prick.
Night Raw. Your
Turns out you were
WWE
I gotta go.
champion,
Thank you for
your
this.
top contenders in the Day 1 WWE title match all lost.
Miss Lancaster's
Bobby
helping me with a
Lashley,
side project.
just so that they could tell the story
You
about
get a name
getting
at
into that
Enzo?
match. Is that
Yeah,
necessary?
Remy Duval.
Why am I going to cheer
He's not
for
only
Biggie? Why
building
am
the
I gonna root
casino,
for Seth
he
Rollins?
also
Why am I
owns
gonna
all the
go
land
for
where it's being built.
when Bobby Lashley
Remy
decimated the entire
Duval?
contender
The jackass on the radio?
in that main event?
His family's been
This is
down
what
here a couple
people don't
hundred years.
understand.
Thinks it makes him everyone's massa.
Pro wrestling has.
According to this, he heads up the Southern Union in his spare time.
The Southern Union's basically the fucking Clan.
Yeah.
Right before I shipped out, Father James was with some other folks protesting the fact that the city didn't have any black cops. Southern Union came in and kicked the shit out of everybody they could get their hands on. Day after, they spray painted "God hates niggers" across the front of his church.
If President Andrew Johnson had actually executed those traitorous fucks, we wouldn't have this goddamn problem.
Enzo also mentioned Olivia Marcano.
Olivia's an outlaw. Old Southern money. She's the one that was married to Sal's brother, Lucho. At least until someone slit his throat.
And she runs Frisco Field.
Ever since Lucho died. She expanded his drug business and opened a PCP lab. Since a lot of mafiosos live up there, she probably just has a place they can socialize.
It's usually in the back of some business.
I never knew the mob had women as capos.
She's there to keep Duval in line. Only people these entitled pricks listen to are other entitled pricks.
So who are you gonna go after first?
Duval. Since he owns the land where the casino's being built, killing him will muddy things up.
You think hitting Olivia's businesses will help draw him out?
I've known racist assholes like him my entire life. Black man like me running around terrorizing white folks. He ain't gonna be able to let that stand. His pride will bring him down.
You know, it's a make believe.
And you know that bourbon's not cheap.
But
good luck out there.
It's all about credibility. It's all about credibility because at the end of the day, we all know what kind of sport we're in. We all know what the ins and outs are, and we just want to be entertained. Now, you're not going to be entertained if you're feeding us a match with two opponents. It's not a credible matchup. It's not about the size. It's not about the look. It's got to be credible. Daniel Bryan's one of the smallest guys in the business, and you can put him in with a big guy, and the match will still look credible because Daniel Bryan is a premier wrestler. So you put him in the ring with anybody, and right away, instantly, he can probably win that match, no matter who it is. The likelihood is he could win. If you put him in the ring and he hasn't won shit, or he constantly loses here and there, well, we might love Bryan, but there's no credibility there because he's constantly losing. And so he stays strong here. He still looks like a championship contender. The guy's been on a tirade over the last few weeks. He is the best heel in the company right now.
You know what I find funny? The people that came to me tonight and told me if there was no clear-cut winner, why book the match? Bryan Danielson won a fucking tournament where he beat Nero in the finals. He beat Eddie Kingston in what was probably one of AEW's best matches all year. He ran through all of the Dark Order because they all are associated with Adam Hangman Page in some way. I mean, everything that they did with this story, and people are still telling me, and the way Bryan got his number one contendership, people are still telling me, why book the match? Bryan earned his way into the fucking match. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, seriously, do you people even think before you come and attack me for my wrestling takes? I mean, this is not some bullshit WWE storyline, folks. When you watch AEW programming, I'm telling you this right now, you better put that fucking Bruce logic to rest, okay? This is not entertainment, sports entertainment. This is professional wrestling. Things are done right here, for the most part. Give me a break.
Well, he's perfect. And that's something else to look into, you know. If you watch a show, an AEW show, and at the end of it, there's something you don't like, it's okay. It's okay, because it's the thing. You're not going to get a perfect show. You're not going to get a show where you liked everything. As long as you didn't sit there for 3 hours, bored out of your minds, scratching your head, trying to figure out why this is happening, why that is happening. If you're not doing that, it's okay to not like this aspect of the show. There's not a reason to shit on the whole show or the whole product. Say, hey, decent show, not what I expected, could have been better to me, but overall it was not a bad wrestling show. And that's the case. I mean, everybody's not going to be happy. That doesn't mean it's a bad show.
It wasn't a bad show at all.
Unload some of this cash in the holler.
Sure thing, Cher. Heading your way now.
How can you ever claim this show was a bad show? Was it something that, in comparison to the last year's, which was coming, was better? I don't know. I mean, that show had a lot to like. This show had shit to like as well. They were both completely different shows. One was in pretty much an empty fucking arena. Tonight we got 10,000 plus right outside Dallas, Texas. I mean, and Tony Khan, you know, he's already stated that he's got
I'll get around to you right away.
We got a major match next week, 6-man tag. We got the debut of Brody King coming. That was Malachi Black was talking about in his promo tonight. And we'll go over that because it's actually been confirmed that Brody King from Ring of Honor has signed with AEW. And he's going to have major debuts, whether that means Wyndham, whether that means Everett Moon, Tegan Knox, whether that means Keith Lee, a possible Karrion Kross. You know, there's a lot to get excited about, and it's going to be, Yeah, a couple of guys out
I'm
there,
running low. Can you send
everybody's
supplies to
talking on
Delray Hollow?
Kevin Owens,
Going at you. Hang tight.
not joining AEW. I guess we should get into that, being that it's a nice thing for Kevin Owens. Yes, he signed a new WWE contract extension. And a lot of people wanted to see Mount Rushmore back in AEW. But at the end of the day, you know,
Show me what you got.
It was said that people in AEW, management in AEW, or people in AEW said that, you know, AEW just didn't want to match WWE's offer to Kevin Owens. You know, I honestly can't blame them. I mean, if Kevin Owens is being offered all this type of money from WWE, it's probably best for him to take that instead of go to AEW and be floating around, not really doing much of anything, and be sporadically placed on TV. Yeah, he'd be with his friends, but he's in a WWE title program right now. He's at the top of the card on Monday Night Raw. That really is not saying much. But at the end of the day, he made a family decision. Can't fault him for that. Hopefully, and this is what I pray, hopefully he has some creative freedom. Hopefully they treat him good creatively. But at the end of the day, he made himself and his family happy. You can't fault him with that.
No, you can't. And I'm kind of torn with this one because I don't know whether to stop the show or not, because it's not $100 bomb.
It's another $100 bomb.
No, it's not $100.
It's a $99.99 bomb. It's close enough.
Fine. Stop the show.
Carmella Diaz. Why is Al Snow saying AEW is ruining Bryan Danielson?
Because Al Snow needs social media
That's what
attention.
you need.
Moving on.
Al Snow is an unintelligent fucking idiot. That's why. Thank you, Carmella Diaz, with the $100 super chat.
Comments of JD. JD alone is the comments of me. Shouts out to
Made a lot of money.
Kevin Owens, bro, he made a family decision. I mean, the inner fan in me is a little disappointed because we know what's coming for Kevin Owens. You know, we know that he's going to probably be treated great for the first 6 months of his contract, and then WWE is going to take it for granted. You know, but he made a family decision. You can't fault him for that.
No, I mean, look, Kevin Owens knows this business. He knows his worth in this business. He knows what he stays. He knows it's a crowded media. He knows all these things. He knows that there is time. And if he can get a big payday from WWE, I'm so hot to hell and I else around. Maybe this is a way for Kevin Owens to get treated better. Maybe WWE is trying to point and say, hey, here's one of your indie darlings. We're going to take this to the right deal. We're going to showcase some freedoms. And we'll see how it goes. You know, maybe it's a turnaround. Maybe it's more to say. I do have a lot of trust in Kevin Owens.
The Soviet spaceship Zon 5 has re-entered the Earth's atmosphere after being the first vessel to ever circle the moon.
This gives the Russians a head start on man to the moon race. Kevin Owens better. I mean, as history has shown us, probably not. I'm afraid of what Kevin Owens is going to go through after 1 year, 2 years. I don't know how long this contract is. I hope it's not 5 years. I hope it's 2 years, 3 years extension at most. But the thing is, Jesse, another important aspect of this signing for Kevin Owens is potentially keep Sami Zayn on board. To potentially keep guys like Ricochet on board, all of those other indie darlings that I said if Kevin Owens walked, it would be like him setting off a string of, and no pun intended, dynamite. If he left, it would probably be a lot for those guys to say, you know what, if he left, I'm show myself the exit as well. Kevin Owens stayed, probably kept Sami Zayn and others like him as indie darlings for WWE.
Yeah, I don't know about all of that because all these other guys are struggling to find anything of creative some of the time altogether. We all know that Kevin Owens should be way, but at the end of the day, Kevin Owens is weak. He's on TV. He's not a jobber. We don't agree with all this bullshit that Kevin Owens is an upbringing picture. So as long as it continues to stay that way, and I'm sure Jay will be fine with it. I'm also sure he'll make arrangements to try to protect himself from He could be coming. So let's see how it all plays out. I know they like Kevin Owens is smart. I know he knows what's in front of him in AEW. He's decided to go. He decided to stay. Let's find out why. Find out something.
If it was me, creative as Kevin Owens at day one, I have Kevin Owens win the WWE Championship, and I have Kevin Owens defend the WWE Championship at WrestleMania against Edge. It's just my opinion there. Heel versus baby.
I would. We gotta fix this Big E. He's taking that title from him.
Fix this Big E run, bro. The Big E run is over.
They gotta do something. They gotta fix it. If they take that title from him without a meeting.
Greetings and salutations. And all that shite.
It's not too late to fix it. He hasn't been champion that goddamn long. He just
Don't wait for point for done, aren't you?
Decided it was time to branch out. Not really a lot for me in that organization anymore.
So what's your new line?
Mind-melting narcotics. And I hear the best are coming out of Frisco. PCP. And it's cutting into my business.
Okay. So where's the operation?
Beats the hell out of me. But a while back, Miss Olivia Marcano hired a top-notch chemist named Bobby Bastian, tasked him with upgrading her operations, which will make it impossible for the small-time cooks to compete. Hell, they even got taxis delivering this shit.
If I can get the bastards, maybe they'll give him up. Tell me something I can use against him.
That ain't all. Word is Miss Marcano brought in a couple other eggheads from San Francisco. Get rid of them, and Bobby Bastian's gonna find himself nice and fucked. Put a beating on some of Bastian's guys and maybe they'll tell you something useful. You'd be surprised how much of this speed ends up in all the housewives around here.
I don't know what it was, but $100,000 was the next Excalibur out there. Third year in a row, Jesse MJF won it. I am not surprised by that outcome at all, as MJF is clearly AEW's diamond.
Bastian seems like an alright enough fucker. Maybe not quite as uptight as these other Frisco cunts. Once I suck some money away, I'm getting away from here. Buying a nice house, settle down, get away from all this shit. I don't know why people get bent out of shape over drugs. Half the people in this goddamn town are drunks, but that's perfectly alright.
Were you slightly disappointed
Olivia
when the lights
Marcano.
went out?
It's going to take a real hairy pair to last as long as she has.
I know you and me definitely were expecting something completely different. And I thought they were showing up tonight, but they didn't.
I didn't want to get into this. No, I didn't. Or guess I think we get trolled. And here's why I think that. I know that we put this, in the thing in our own heads and ran with that. No, I'm not talking about really. I think the part where they trolled us is when they killed the lights. Every time they've killed the lights like that, they used to do this kind of debut. And there was always, and the rumors have been running wild on debuts as of last day. Briscoe, right? All these free agents. So they killed the lights and got us ready, and they killed them for 20 seconds. Yeah. Just to have Sting and Darby show. Now, why didn't they just run through the ramp? They could say, what the fuck was this?
I don't know. I don't know why Sting and Darby needed that lights. I thought the same thing.
I don't know why they needed the lights.
As soon as I saw FTR out there, bro, I'm like, the Briscoes are showing. Yeah, there's got to be one debut on their show.
Yep. That's the same thing. I saw MTR come out. Here we go. The boys coming out.
Yep. And then, I even texted this guy. I was like, Jesse, get ready to mark out. And I'm like, Jesus fuck.
Okay.
What a disappointment.
They basically had FTR feuding with Briscoe for the last week or so. Bring these guys out in the main event segment when this match is happening in the main event. I don't know why the title match is in the main event, so I figured we got a big debut coming, so it makes sense. Alright, so you bring out FTR, big debut coming, the turn's coming, lights go out, FTR with the ring. Where are the fucking Briscoes? But again, nobody told us the Briscoes were coming. Nobody told us the Briscoes were coming. I'm not gonna blame anybody for this. I get it. All was a good show. I don't know why that match. Disappointed by not getting any kind of debut. But that's on me. I think the White kind of dropped me a little at the end of the day.
Yeah, maybe they show up next week. I know next week is the Holiday Bash. Christmas episode of Dynamite. I know Adam Cole is teasing a present for the Super Elite, which I'm kind of thinking he's bringing Kyle O'Reilly into AEW. That's the gift that he's giving everybody, which would be great. Maybe the Briscoes show up next week, or maybe they just saved it for the first episode on Mafia. I don't know. I'm not going to be predicting when Tony Khan is doing these things because he's had, you know, several instances where he's gotten super excited about debuts and he's been keeping everything hush hush. Be good on him. I appreciate him doing that because I like genuinely be surprised. It gives us something to talk about on a weekly basis. If everything happened at one time, that's special. So if they are on their way, which I'm assuming everybody knows the Briscoes are on their way, just wait for it. That's going to be special for them. And match between them and FDR, I mean, Jesus Christ.
Oh, you bitch.
Okay, it's FDR, man. Just take off.
Thought I got him.
Over the rest of the show, guys. Not much to really go over. We're going to talk about the Page and Danielson match and all the high spots in that match. We're going to talk about Serena Deeb and Hikaru Shida tonight, which was a very good match as well. Tonight on Winter is Coming, and we're going to talk about the news of Brody King signing with AEW. And I may get into, some people may not like this, but
What can I do you for?
EC3, Jesse. EC3, Braun Strowman, now Titan, and Karrion Kross, they are making up the Control Your Narrative stable. And I honestly think it could be one of the best things that all three of these guys have done in their career, and it may land them in a major promotion. And I think that would be a great get for anybody, really. All three of those guys coming in together. Sounds like a good deal there. We'll go over that as well as there's rumors that Karrion Kross would be, or Killer Kross, would be joining EC3 and I want to thank you guys for joining me here tonight.
Welcome back, dear listener. You hold on now, that's my line. Oh, dear listener, we are back with this city's own Senator Walter Jacobs. The Senator, you know, before the break, I didn't know if you'd be able to speak. You were so worked up over this. Well, can you blame me? I mean, my God.
Oh, man. You on it.
For Off the Script here on AEW Dynamite. Also, Super Chats, man. There have been several Super Chats already. Get them on in. We're going to hang out and read all your Super Chats at the end of the show. So thank you to everybody that's already sent in Super Chats. Like I said, we will read them in their entirety at the end of the show. Follow me on social media at JDPNY206. That's Twitter and Instagram.
No.
Make sure you guys hit that
Now listen,
subscribe button
I
down
think
below.
this
Turn
book,
on the bell.
The Confessions in That Turnabout,
Check out all the other
William
videos that
Style.
you might have missed on the channel.
We got to that argument by some of our more liberal constituents that this bill should be taught in our schools. Now, they claim it's their First Amendment right to teach. Yeah, well, the First Amendment allows us freedom of speech, but it doesn't. We're obligated to expose our young people to this kind of trash. Exactly. Now, parents should have more say on the matter than...
The new throwback designs, OTS, black and white NWO throwback design. We got the red look back LTV. Long-term booking design, go get them for the holidays. Bonfire.com. Link is in the description. And today's show is sponsored by audibletrial.com/script. Make sure you guys go and get your free 30 days of Audible. One free audio book of your choice.
This ain't your lucky day, motherfucker.
Hold it! Who the fuck invited you?
You better tell me what Bobby Bastion's up to.
Jesse, the opening of Winter is Coming was indeed the Adam Hangman Page at Brian Penn's match. I was
take the fucking car!
Surprised that they opened with this. But if there's one thing for me to complain about it, Jesse.
God damn, why can't hit this motherfucker? Come on, man, why?
I'm not just complaining, but just give my constructive criticism. Number one, I don't really like when
Fuck, I couldn't hit him.
Show. I feel like when Tony Khan
That shit crazy.
I get the feeling that he's going to do time limit because
I hate about this fucking game.
Show, and he would rather have the show go off in a more exciting
So I'll be able to hit this motherfucker in the mouth and shit.
After 60 minutes and no
Damn,
outcome.
let me get
So
these
I don't like that
motherfuckers.
championship matches open the show. It's a very
Shit.
And the 4 commercial breaks, I get it, I understand it, but there's a reason why Iron Man matches or Broadway matches don't work in the modern day era of pro wrestling, especially on TV. Have 4 commercial breaks in this match. Not that they took away from the match, because they did several picture-in-picture, and they picked their spots in the picture-in-picture. very
I came into this shit.
it was mostly dead parts of the match where Paige was bleeding and being attended to by doctors. Brian was jumping on the thing, shooting jumping jacks, and giving the finger to the fans.
I'm not
That was
going
great.
there.
So they picked their spots for the picture, but those are the only pieces of criticism that I have for the
This
show.
is-
If there was one thing or a couple things wrong about the match, I guess, like, was there any? So you didn't care about the fact that it opened the show, or the fact that there were, or you didn't really care about the four commercial breaks.
I didn't get it. Look, in hindsight, I see why.
Yes.
If you showed this, that would be worse. And the commercial breaks, look, you have a 1 hour.
We got some major shit going down. Suspect confirmed armed and dangerous. Approach with extreme caution.
That's not it.
Oh, come on, who shot me?
I wasn't bothered by the commercial breaks.
Oh, ain't that a bitch?
I mean, I'd be happier without them, of course, but it is what it is. It's TV pitch. What do you expect?
Now, I'm going to throw this question at you because I was thinking about it during the show, right before we got, or actually after we got the time limit show. Would it have hurt either one of these guys? Actually, would it have hurt Brian? Would it have hurt Brian if Paige beat him with a buckshot at like 9 minutes and 50 seconds, right before the 60-minute time limit throw? Would it have benefited Paige to beat him in that type of manner? Would it have hurt Brian to lose after all that time? I mean, 60 minutes, people complained about it like we talked about at the top, but would it have hurt Danielson if Paige beat him in 59 minutes or 50 seconds?
I mean, if he just lost the match clean in any manner other than like a squash, it wouldn't have hurt. But again, like I said earlier, it's just about getting to the rematch. And if you come to the end of the year, why are we getting a rematch? He should be in the back of the fucking mind. So if you beat him clean, I don't care if it's in the 5th minute or the 59th minute. If you beat him, then Brian shouldn't be getting another match. Their goal is to get into another match. So the draw is the best way to do it because the fuck finish is not the way. You want these guys to go out there and do it one-on-one. You know, Punk and Joe went out there and had 3 incredible matches. And I mean,
Come blow up.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm with Jesse. I have really no solid points about it. I mean, just the small little things there, you know, which is just my old school mentality coming into play. You know, I don't think at the end of the match, I thought it was perfect booking. It was, at the end of the night, one of the best matches of all time. It may end up being the best match on many lists at the end of the year, which we have 2 weeks to go. And it makes the AEW title the most prestigious title in the industry, if not already even more prestigious. I mean, everything about this match was great. Tony Khan and his company did a fantastic job building this thing up, giving these guys 60 minutes to go out there and do what they do.
Last I heard, the boss was keeping the cash drops at the dispatch
garage. So, the match itself, Brian was very cocky, had a nice sarcastic smile on his face.
I
He was really kind of toying with Paige for most of the match.
Cut him some break, cut him a break.
Jacking in the ring, and he was kind of baiting him in and showing him that he's a lot better than he is. Yeah, he was. Yes, he had a smile on his face. Yes, he was. Yes, he's not in the ring with fucking Otis. Valchuk at him, you know. But he was toying with Paige. He was very sarcastic, very dickish. So that was very pleasant to see from Bryan Danielson. I'm not going to go over everything because it's a 60-minute match, and I don't want to be here for fucking 40 minutes over the match. We all saw it. We all knew exactly what happened. We watched Dynamite tonight. So I'll take it up after the last commercial. Okay, it was a lot. Brian was working on the knee, leg. There's a lot going on here. So towards the end of this thing, Paige did a German suplex. Danielson went for his kicks. They did not have the effect that he thought that they would have. Paige went for his lariats. Same thing happened to him. Did not have the effect. Because those two body parts, you had the leg of Danielson, and Brian was actually working on Dave's leg as well, but Brian was also working on his arm. So they effectively took away each other's finishing moves. It was a great story for the match. So they fought on the top rope. Page flipped out of an avalanche back suplex. This is about 45 minutes in. So the fact that he's actually doing a full rotation in midair shows you the amount of fucking cardio he has got. Absolutely incredible. Get a big rolling lariat. We got another one. So another 99. Holy shit, Carmella. Holy shit, Carmella Diaz.
Oh, wait, right back into the police. Look at a bitch.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Stop the show. Get a super chat. There you go, Carmella Diaz.
Growing white teenagers in Titusville, Florida last night during a high school football game. 13 were hurt, including 2 police officers. The conflict began soon after the Seminole High School band struck up their school song, Dixie.
Buff Bagwell. I don't see Bray Wyatt debuting with Buff Bagwell. Carmella, come on. Buff Bagwell is in no condition to wrestle in 20. Never. He was never. Anyway, Page flipped out of this avalanche back suplex. They traded forearms in the center of the ring. They traded cradles back and forth. Page flipped out of a German, and they both did discus forearms. Danielson counted a forearm into a big high kick that got Page right in the back of the head, and he fell down to his knees. He then hit a buzzsaw kick. He went for a cover that near fall. Danielson kicked Page right in the face. Page countered with, Page countered the big running knee into a deadeye, which was great for a near fall. Page returned the favor by kicking Danielson's head in with just a couple of minutes left. He went for the buckshot lariat, but Danielson turned it into a lapel lock. And then Danielson just continued to just pepper Page with some cross faces as we were winding down here. 60-second call sounded. Page catapulted Danielson into the ropes, came back with a big lariat. Buckshot lariat followed, but the time limit call rang, and we go to a time limit call. So at the end of the day, guys, the time limit draw to simply get these two guys into yet another match, whether it happens at Battle of the Belts, whether it happens at Revolution. Tony Khan is thinking ahead. And like Jesse and I talked about before, Danielson maintains his momentum. He still is undefeated.
Oh, you bitch.
He looks just as strong coming out of this match as he did coming in. Your champion looks incredible. And the funny thing is, Jesse, Page complained in a recent interview that he was frustrated that he hadn't wrestled since he won the title from Kenny Omega. It was all the entire month since he won that title at the pay-per-view. And his first match back, he was given 60 minutes to go out there and give us a classic Brian Danielson. I don't think there'll be much complaining coming from that thing. Page.
Beating tonight. I thought it was risky move. He did some risky spots for his first match back as champion. The last thing they want to do is have to get hurt. You have to drop that damn title on his first title.
Yeah, a couple of those spots. There was a tombstone spots where Page surprised Danielson with a tombstone pile driver in the middle of the ring. There was a spot where Danielson shoved Page off the top rope and he landed flipping onto the apron. And then the big spot that Jesse was alluding to, Page went off the top rope because Danielson was on the outside. He was kind of taking a breather for himself, and Page got risky. Jumps off the top rope and almost, he actually did. He crashed with the fucking timekeeper's table, and it looked absolutely devastating. There was a spot in the match as well where Danielson took Page and he took him by the arms and just pulled him into the steel post. That actually busted Page open, stopped the match momentarily. They attended to the bleeding. He was bleeding on his forehead. This was a brutal match.
Yeah, that was he bleeded. Yes, he bleeded. But that table spot, dude, it looked like he hit his ribs pretty damn good outside of that table. Yeah, he didn't make it all the way over to the table. He fell short onto the side.
Consistency, folks. Consistency. Winners and losers, no matter what we hear from an E-Trone or a fucking WWE Shield, wins and losses in pro wrestling matter. Because everybody on WWE outside of Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar feel and look like complete shit. Meanwhile, Tony Khan is building his roster up of solid fucking consistent professional wrestling where everybody feels special. Tony Khan in 2.5 years has not showed us any of the mentality we see from the first treasurer of Vince McMahon. He's doing things in an old school way. He's doing things the right way for the most part. Am I saying Tony Khan is perfect? No. AEW is far from a perfect promotion. But in this instance, and I talk about this all the time, and Jess is big on it too, I can't tell you how many fucking times I have to complain about championship contender matches on TV. They should die in a fucking fire. Okay, it's blatant. That's Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard blatantly disrespecting their fucking champions and their challengers, because it shows that they don't give a shit about their championships and their champions. They don't have a fucking clue as to building momentum and consistency with their top contenders. They take all their champions for granted. And Tony Khan is doing things the right way by having wins and losses matter. At the end of the day, if WWE adopted a time limit draw, I guarantee you, if they used it in a way where it made sense, things would be a lot better on that side of the fence. It really would. I'm a big advocate for time limits. I don't want them to abuse it. Well, I mean, that's without saying yes.
Hello,
But,
dear
I don't want.
This is Remy Duvall here.
I don't want Tony Khan.
Are we experiencing a
abuse
colored
that as
crime
well.
wave?
Five
I'm
times in
joined by
2.5
new
years is
Bordeaux
acceptable.
Police Chief Earl Wilson, who'll
I
tell
mean,
us what
two of
he's
them have been
doing.
with Brian Danielson, but I think with what they did tonight was a perfect way to sell everybody on the
Frisco,
and
get somebody to take this cash off.
Be there soon.
You want to say, why did they book the match? There's no outlet. I guarantee you, this is the first people are going to sit down and watch this fucking match again, because what you got tonight was possibly a match of the year.
Oh, it's up right here.
It was
Keep this safe.
they get a
Going
chance to
straight to the bank.
You'll realize the size of the people. Moving on with the rest of the show here, we got the Young Bucks, Adam Cole, baby, Bobby Fish. They stood in front of some Christmas decorations in the back. They bragged about what they did last week to the Best Friends. Nick Jackson suggested an 8-man tag team match on Rampage. Matt Jackson said that they could destroy that 1993 minivan of the Best Friends and Trent's mom, and then super kick Trent's mom's suit in the mouth. I mean, what if this happened, Chess? What if the Young Bucks super kick suit in the mouth? It's quality television. Adam Feldman trying to shed his Adam Cole then held up a present and said that he's got a present for the Super Collective. Next week, he says it'll be the best Christmas present the Bucks could ask for. Jesse, you a tweet from Mr. Kyle O'Reilly, and he had a gift where it said in that gift was in the box. Kyle O'Reilly is going to go with that debuting next week. Indeed, but at the same time, if it was, I mean, where's he going?
Oh, you bitch.
Going back to team with Von Wagner? Going to AEW when he shows up, it's just I think that's a great get 3 points of the Undisputed Era mixed with the Young Bucks, man. I mean, Jesus Christ, you got incredible action right now. Something that Mr. Omega's not going to be very happy about. We'll see what happens there. Kyle O'Reilly will be debuting in the league with AEW. Wardlow, he was one-on-one with Matt Sydal. This was a obvious come-down match with a 60-minute fucking classic who was not against and Page. Wardlow wins in 1 minute. Sucks to be Matt Sydal on this night. Power bombs, power bombs, power bombs.
Hello, dear listener. This is
Man, what?
Mr.
Oh, man, ram down to the motherfucking ram.
He was on the microphone during the match telling Wardlow to wrap it up, and it was enough. No more, just go for the pin, win the match. And Wardlow did not listen. He gave him one more powerbomb against Sean Spears' wishes. He pinned him, 1, 2, 3. And then Spears entered the ring and told Wardlow that it was one too many powerbombs because they don't get paid by the hour. Then he takes the chair And it's Seidel with the chair.
Responding units. Visual contact with suspect lost.
He did too many power bombs, but Wardlow was
All
obviously
units
in
be
the wrong here. So
advised.
Sean Spears
Suspect located.
took the
On
chair
all
and
units
beat
engaged.
Seidel with the chair. That was excessive. So Sean Spears doing what he wants there. Wardlow looked at Spears like, what's this all about?
Oh, come on.
Spears then took the phone out of his jacket. Apparently,
I'm gonna leave
MJF was
right
calling
there.
him on his cell phone. Spears told Wardlow that MJF wants him to go pick up some champagne for